Hi, hello, it's me, bugmancx, and welcome to another episode here on the ZEDCRAFT server. And it's been a little while since I've been able to make any new episodes and play on the server properly or do anything because I've been busy with my real life and working and doing other things. But you know, that's how it is. Here I am, back on the server, and I have made some progress in getting the SquidINK farm ready, and I want to show that to you. But first, before we do, when I left the last episode off, we weren't even sure if this thing was going to work. But guess what, my friends? Look behind me. Yes, you know what that is. It's an ink sac. I guess I always knew that there would be ink sacs. Wow, sorry, I had that right down for dramatic effect. But yes, I knew there would be ink sacs in here. Where are you? There you go. Look at you. Delicious, lovely calamari ink sacs. Oh yeah. I always knew that squid would spawn in here. I just wanted to see it for myself. I wanted to be absolutely sure, and sure enough, we've got spawns. Now, oh, look at that, real ones. They're actually happening right before my eyes. Wow, this is the first time I've actually seen squid appear and then fall down to their deaths. So I am even more excited than what I was before. Look at that. Amazing, 7 ink sacs, fantastic. And that is with, what is that, 2, 4, 6, 8 people on the server, so that is wonderful news. Now, as you can see, I've expanded the farm considerably since last time. I've been working my way through this riverbed and doing a lot of digging and a lot more things too. So I just want to go upstairs, up top, and I want to show you around exactly what I've been doing. Check this out. We're up in what will be the future AFK spot, and as you can see from here, there's the riverbed snaking around. These things are absolutely huge, but I've found a system to building these things which I think is quite efficient. It's basically just a matter of pillaring up with ice and then building up all of the sugar canes around you and then going down and breaking the ice, obviously without silk touch, to fill in the water sources and then going all the way back up again and filling it with kelp. And it's worked out quite well. This is pretty quick to build. I think a couple of hours or less probably actually, and I was able to knock this off. It was actually all the digging that took most of the time. The reason I've dug out here so much is because when this is finished, I want a nice view from the AFK point up here so you can see exactly what's going on around you in all directions, how many squid are falling to their doom, and all that stuff. Yeah, so if we go up a little higher than here, I might just end a pearl out because it's a bit easier. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yes, you can see that I've now dug out a considerable amount of the river, but that's not all. I think the reason we got spawns at all before is because I've been even busier than this. Ready? Down here, but look up here. The river is drained. Yes, it's drained. I have done everything. Look, let's go. Let's go for a fly. Let's fly right up high. Look at that. Look at that, all the way around here. This took ages, probably a good 6 hours to do, all the way around here, all the way down here. I did it in a 180 block square from the AFK point because I felt like I didn't need to do a circle. That was just way too hard to calculate, so a square will do the job. Look, all the way up here as well, the river goes that way. Ooh, I'm going too fast. Through here, snakes around here. Oh, this is like something out of Star Wars. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe I should build that later. Oh, sorry. I'm having too much fun. Okay, yes. Oh, no, give those back. I need them. Yeah, so that draining of the water, that took forever, but it was good fun, and so glad when I actually got that completed, because that means that these are the only water spawnable spaces in this entire area, and that means that we get squid spawns. Now, when there aren't 8 people on the server, yeah, 8 people, this should be pumping. when it's finished, because I'm going to make use of every possible space that I can up here, that's for sure. And the next task that I have to do is to put in some of the rail systems and just figure out, now that I've got this section in, how I'm going to do that, because it's a bit tough to put in rail after you've laid all of this, and I really don't want to make it a tough job for myself. Plus, it's a really weird shape, so if you have minecarts going blah, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, then it's just all weird. So I have to dig out probably 4 blocks underneath all of this and then rebuild it all back up. And actually that has to follow the entire riverbed as well. Then I have to work out, do I want different segments that are all going into a collection system or something like that? I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm going to focus on this area first and get the whole system operational, so that later on I can expand it and expand it and expand it as much as I want, and just keep adding it like in segments or something like that. So I've got some more digging to do. Got to get down here into a mine shaft that I've discovered. I didn't even realize that this thing was beneath the farm, so I'm going to dig along underneath all of the farm area here, dig it all out, see what I'm left with, and then start building. Uh-oh. Okay, I've got to watch out for my powerfully annoying pick, because they're all over the place, so I might have to take it slowly. I'll keep working on this, and then I'll come back when I have done a bit more work. And one short amount of digging, 2 episodes of Star Trek and 1 dinner later, we have a little tiny rail system installed. This is going to help us get all of our inky goodness from up there and get it into the storage system. So the way that this should work is that the minecarts in a hoppers in a minecart should move around the track like this. They'll go back and forth. We're a little bit laggy because the server's a little bit busy, but that's okay. It's still doing the job. And they'll go round and round like this, back and forth. Well, this one won't because I've turned this rail off. But if I turn that on, there it goes. So what we just want to test is just to make sure that the pickups are working properly, because, you know, who knows, right? Who knows? So let's just pretend that this thing's full of ink sacs, you know, all big, beautiful ink sacs. Let's put a few up the back here as well. There we go. And thought I saw a real one there, but it was just a trick of the eyes. So all of those should be being picked up by the hopper minecart. And I just want to, actually, we'll just let it come back here and then we can test it out. Or we can test it out while it's going. Come on, come on. Ha! It's got nothing. Why has it not picked anything up? Did I... Oh, there we go. It's picked some up. So I think the issue there is simply that I might have put them a little bit too far over, because at the moment I've only done this this certain section. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so all of the ones over here on this side, I didn't do that test very well. Not very scientific. I should have been way more over here. But I think it's proved exactly what it's supposed to do. It's picked up items. So that means that we can now... Oh. There. That means that we can now set up some tracks like this and have the system moving up and down. What I want to avoid is having this weird snaky effect where it's always just blah, 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 like this all over the place. So I think what we might do is break it out into sections where we've got some of these larger spaces like this. We can just make some big square things where the cart goes back and forth. And here where it's a bit more squiggly, we'll have to just do the blah, 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 blah version and make carts... Oh, whoa. Sorry, I promise not to do that again. Make the carts go back and forth over these small bits. And that should work just fine. I don't know how many of them we'll need, and I don't know how I'll hook it all up yet, but I'm going to get building, put some more of this together, and then hopefully by the time this episode is completed, we should have some collection systems actually working. It's really drippy in here. And voila, I have a minecart hooked up. He's busy collecting all sorts of... What have you got? Tell me, show me what you've got. 8 ink sacs and some other junk, which is not supposed to be in there, but you know how it is when you're building with these things. So he just goes back and forth along these rails, and it seems to be working quite well. Haven't had any problems. I mean, there's only one cart and one track, so it's pretty straightforward. But I've decided to make the cart snake around the entire length of the river at the moment, because Well, you only need to pass each block once every 5 minutes maximum in order to be able to collect everything, because the efficiency rates on this farm are not expected to be, super insane or anything like that. So for right now, this is working quite well, and I've just been letting this thing run for ages. But while I've been doing that, up the top as well, I've started working on this expansion out this way, and if you remember, we're following this approximate ring on the river side, so everywhere where you see these dirt blocks and what will be future water blocks is going to be turned into this thing of beauty right here. So I need plenty of sugarcane, plenty of kelp, plenty of ice, and plenty of time and patience to finish all of this. This is the one half of it, and the other part of it goes around this side where I've started to dig out inside of the riverbed here, and it should push back quite a bit further this way. Where am I? Yeah, quite a bit further this way. I have to dig through all of here and everything and get it all the way around, and then build even more of these things. So I really don't know what the rates are going to be like, but time will tell. So for now, I'm going to continue cracking on with this. Let's get loads more of this built. I think it took about an hour to complete all of this section. There's a little bit at the end there that I haven't done, which I should complete because that would be the complete edge of the farm on that side. It won't go any further because the radius of the blocks doesn't extend that far. And over this way, I have finished it as well, but there are a few gaps like this one here. I couldn't reach it, and there'll always be a couple like that, so I just need to come in and fill those in. Takes a little bit longer, but it's doable, and this one looks like I've missed that one as well. Yeah, maybe that's where I was pillaring. Can be a bit of a problem. Now, the next phase of putting this in is the ice and the kelp. So to do that, I actually need to change picks because I don't want Silk Touch. What I'm going to do is fill in these bits here with the stone bricks with ice columns, and then go back down with the pick and then plant some kelp and go back up. It's a really tedious part of the process, but it has to be done, so I'm going to get started on it. And I just remembered the other day I accidentally lost my Fortune 3 pick. I was working through something and then I wasn't watching the durability and then boing, you know how it goes. So I think the only one I've got is, what is that? I think one of these would probably do the job, just efficiency 4, unbreaking 3. It should be fast enough. I mean, it's just ice. I'll give it a go anyway, and if it's too much of a problem, I'll change it up for a real pick. I'll go and make a new one. But yeah, that was a really annoying little thing. You've got to watch your durability, right? Yeah. Well, I would say this bit of the job is where the feather falling comes in handy, because there's a lot of this going on, a lot of dropping, cracking my knees. So this one's a little bit more tedious because it's just a simple case of going through every single one of these and pillaring up, stacking up with my ice blocks And where's my magic pick? We don't want that one. This one. Let's hope this one's fast enough. Oh yeah, I suppose so. I think the trick with the ice is to stand on it, and for some reason it breaks faster that way. Maybe because the game considers that you're not swimming. And then up we go with the kelp. So I've just got to repeat this. Oh, I can't even get out of here. I forgot about that. I've got to repeat this about 50, 60 more times, and then we'll be making some decent progress. Boing, boing, boing. Ow. It's rain and ink. Oh yeah. It should be raining ink anyway. The farm is now fully finished, all over this way and halfway around this way. So let's get over there. Let's go over there and meet that husk and have a look at this farm in all of its glory. I have done so much work in between the last clip and this one. It's actually been, I don't even know, 7 days, 6 days, something like that. I've been on and off because I've been busy with real life. Sometimes you just don't have a chance to finish everything you were doing. Hey, no. So we finished all the way to the edge of the river biome here, which is fantastic, and that's the limit of the farm there. As you can see, I filled in all of the ice and kelp all the way around the farm to about the halfway point. Down here on these blocks... that was nearly... What happened there? Down here on these blocks is the AFK zone. So you can really see I've dug away a whole lot of the ground down here, and also loads of this ground over... I thought I heard phantoms. A lot of the walls out here have been dug away. There's still a lot more to do. Those areas of the wall there, they're still river biome, and I still need to dig all of that out. But this is what I wanted, right? So you stand here at the AFK point, and all around you, you've just got this big giant wall of sugarcane as far as the eye can see. And I think it'll look really awesome, especially if we do the floor and we decorate the rear wall a bit, make this place feel really awesome. I think that's what I was looking for. So I need to get rid of these dumb bits because they were not actually part of the farm. I think I miscalculated a few bits here. This is desert, so there's actually no need for a block. You have to be really careful doing this too, because you do not want to break. Where were those other ones? Here? You don't want to break the sugarcane, and it's actually quite a pain to get back in. So not there, not there. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. And there was one more out here, wasn't there? You. I think, if I'm right, that's all of them. So let's just pop back up here to maybe to up here. And yep, that's looking much better. Much, much better. So yeah, there's a couple of things to finish here as we begin to extend the farm around. I'm really happy with the amount of digging that I was able to do in the last few days. And since you guys are probably sick of seeing the ink farm, well, maybe we'll do something else next time. But I really, really want to get this finished. Let's just have a look inside. So you can basically swim around. Whoa, swim around the farm. It's loud, isn't it? Can't see much. And I also wanted to show you something else. Down here at the cart system, let's go up here and wait for it to get around. Earlier in this episode, I was talking about maybe I'll just divide the cart rail system up into segments because of the way that the riverbed was and the way that we wanted to make sure that we weren't going blah, 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 blah. Well, it turns out that leaving the cart going back and forth in this whole section here, it does a full trip in less than 5 minutes anyway. So what that means is we can just have this little cart here going back and forth on this section, and then another one going around on the other side when we finish that. And somewhere in the middle they'll meet, and there'll be a little drop-off zone where they can drop off all the ink sacks that they've collected. And that's it. Because all we needed to worry about was that items didn't despawn. And here we got 32 ink sacks and a bunch of random blocks. So that means that the farm's working. I still have no idea how efficient it is because I haven't had any time to AFK here properly. Plus, I've been emptying this thing out as I go quite a bit because, you know, working. And it's nearly finished. So until the next episode, get out of there. What are these? Until the next episode, I look forward to seeing you then. I don't know what I'm saying. It's been a couple of days since I've recorded, so I'm out of the zone. Anyway, thank you for watching. Join me next time where I'm not under attack by a big giant slime. I will see you on the next episode of ZEDCRAFT. Goodbye! It's gonna kill me. Ow! No! Ah!